everyone, and welcome to Chef Sherry's Plant-Based Kitchen. Today we're going to make a recipe I haven't made in years, but I do remember how good it is. And it's called gingerbread biscotti. Biscotti is wonderful to have with a cup of tea or a little coffee. Great little dessert for the holiday time. Instead of making Christmas or Hanukkah cookies, you can make this healthier version of this biscotti. I got this recipe from the Prevent and Reverse Heart Disease Cookbook that was created by Esselstyn and Jane Esselstyn. Love them both. They do wonderful work and have great healthy recipes. So let's get started. So I went ahead and put things into a bowl, into two bowls, and I'll tell you what you do. It's pretty simple. In this big bowl, I took some old-fashioned oats. You need 1 cup of them, but 1/2 of that I put into my Vitamix to make a flour. So it's a combination of oats and a ground flour. Then I took whole wheat white flour, which is this, and you can sort of see the color of it here. Right down here, if you see on this parchment paper, I'm going to put the biscotti on there to work on it. So that's the color of it, so it sort of keeps it nice and light. Then we took some baking powder and baking soda, ground ginger, ground cloves, and I think I said cinnamon, right? So those are the dry ingredients that go into this bowl. Then in this little bowl, I whisk these ingredients together. I whisk together maple syrup, some molasses, vanilla extract. And now what we're going to do is we're going to save our little raisins for the end, but we're going to take the wet ingredients and we're going to combine them into the dry ingredients. So you do it very slowly. There we go. And then I've got this to get all of this out. A little spatula. So we don't want to miss any of the goodness here. So I think I got it all out. Now I'm going to just continue to stir it together and combine it. And then at the very end, I'm going to add my raisins in. It says to use golden raisins, but I didn't have golden. I just had the darker raisins, but that's okay. Now it's very stiff, this dough, as you can see. So I'm going to have to work it, and I'm probably going to get in there with my hands now and do it, because that will help me to get it together and combine it. Okay, and I'm going to throw the raisins in now so that they can be combined with the rest of this. And I do remember it's sort of dry, so I think I even added a little bit of water the last time I made it, because you can see it's not sticking together so well, and I measured everything out perfectly. So here's what I'll do. I'm going to grab a little water. I'm going to give it just a little drop of moisture, a little bit at a time, until it starts to stick together better. Better, but not quite yet. Again, as I said, cooking is always a workout, so this is great for the arms. Let's add some more water because it's still not quite coming together the way I want it to. Okay, now it's sticking better. Let's keep going with this. It does make a bit of a mess on the countertop, but that's okay. We'll clean that later. Let's add some more. I'm going to add a little bit more water. There we go. Now it's starting to come together, because you want to put this into a little bit of like a loaf. It looks like a loaf. Okay, now, still going at it. I'll make sure it'll stick. I'm going to add just a drop more, believe it or not. I think it needs a drop more. Put the rest of this back in here. Probably shouldn't have worn a long sleeve shirt to do this. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, so that's pretty good. Just make sure it's well combined. Now you're going to start to take it out. I'm going to start putting it on this little parchment paper that I've lined with the flour. I'm going to give it a little drop more water, unfortunately. I think it needs just a drop. Yeah. Yeah, I do remember that I did have to add a little liquid into this because it wasn't quite sticking together. Okay, now here we go. Just keep putting it on here. And it looks sort of messy as you're doing it, but believe me, it'll come together. Okay, now we're going to shape it. We've got flour under there, so let me see if I can get it into a nice loaf. Keep adding it in, shaping it here. A little bit more. This is a workout, because I want it to be just nice. And then it has to get sort of low. So it should be 3 to 4 inches wide, 12 inches long. So we've got a ways to go here to make a foot long. I'm going to try and push it down a little. Add this back in. Push it, yeah, let's get it to be about a foot. Ooh, this is hard work. But it'll be worth it. I'm going to take this to someone's house tonight that we're having dinner at. And we'll have this for some dessert. See how it's coming together, though? So I'm thinking 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's about the right width. So I'm going to just get it all combined. Got a little bit fell off here. And this is what it's supposed to look like. I just want to make sure that we've got this right. Okay, how's that look, Dale? Pretty good?
Great.
Okay. Make sure it's even. Push this side down a little bit more to get it to be about a foot long. Does that look like about a foot long, Dale? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, I don't think so. We're going to have to go longer. A little longer. It really doesn't want to be high.
A foot.
That's about a foot, I would say. That looks like a foot. Okay, so what I'm going to do, instead of using this new parchment paper, I'm simply going to take this little bit of things on the side here, add them in, push them down. I'm just going to lift this up and put it on my baking sheet. See, that's really not too hard. It's just a little bit of elbow grease you have to use here. And then you're going to bake this in the oven for 30 minutes until it's golden brown. Remove the log from the oven and let it cool for about 10 minutes. And then what you do is you slice it into little pieces of biscotti. And you get about, I think she said you get about 14 pieces out of this. 12 to 14 pieces, which I think we will. Okay, so, I gotta take a break. So that's how you make the biscotti. It's really delicious. Enjoy it with an afternoon cup of tea or a little coffee, or at someone's house during the holidays. And I will see you back in my kitchen real soon. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye for now.